This is really spooky.
Hey, any idea what these strange symbols on the wall are, Zaphod?
I think they're probably just strange symbols of some kind.
Look at all these galleries of derelict equipment just lying about. Does anyone know what happened to this place in the end? Why did the Magratheans die out?
Something to do, I suppose.
I wish I had two heads like yours, Zaphod. I could have hours of fun banging them against the wall.
Shine the torch over here.
Where? Here?
Well, we aren't the first beings to go down this corridor in 5 million years.
What do you mean?
Look, fresh mouse droppings.
Oh, you bloody mice.
What's that light down the corridor?
It's just torch reflection.
This stuff must be worth millions, you know. Even if we don't find any actual money.
It'll be there, trust me.
Trust you? Zaphod, old mate, I trust you about as far as I could comfortably take your appendix out.
There's definitely something happening down there.
No.
Listen.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a very unevenly edited book and contains many passages which simply seemed to its editors like a good idea at the time. One of these supposedly relates to the experiences of one Vit Vujigig, a quiet young student at the University of Maximegalon who pursued a brilliant academic career studying ancient philology, transformational ethics, and the wave harmonic theory of historical perception, and then, after a night of drinking pan-galactic gargle blasters with Zaphod Beeblebrox, became increasingly obsessed with what had happened to all the biros he'd bought over the past few years. There followed a long period of painstaking research during which he visited all the major centres of biro loss throughout the galaxy and eventually came up with a rather quaint little theory which quite caught the public imagination at the time. Somewhere in the cosmos, he said, along with all the planets inhabited by humanoids, reptiloids, fishoids, walking trioids, and super-intelligent shades of the colour blue, there was also a planet entirely given over to biro life forms. And it was to this planet that unattended biros would make their way, slipping quietly through wormholes in space to a world where they knew they could enjoy a uniquely biroid lifestyle, responding to highly biro-orientated stimuli, in fact leading the biro equivalent of the good life. And as theories go, this was all fine and pleasant until Vit Vujigig suddenly claimed to have found this planet, and to have worked there for a while driving a limousine for a family of cheap green retractables, whereupon he was taken away, locked up, wrote a book, and was finally sent into tax exile, which is the usual fate reserved for those who are determined to make fools of themselves in public. When one day an expedition was sent to the spatial coordinates that Vujigig had claimed for this planet, they discovered only a small asteroid inhabited by a solitary man who claimed repeatedly that nothing was true, though later he was discovered to be lying. There did, however, remain the question of both the mysterious 60,000 Alterian dollars paid yearly into his Brantisvogen bank account, and of course Zaphod Beeblebrox's highly profitable second-hand biro business. Meanwhile, on the surface of Magrathea, 2 suns have just set.
Night's falling. Look, Marvin, the stars are coming out.
I know. Wretched, isn't it?
But that sunset, I've never seen anything like it in my wildest dreams. The 2 suns. It was like mountains of fire boiling into space.
I've seen it. It's rubbish.
We only ever had the one sun at home. I came from a planet called Earth, you know.
I know. You keep going on about it. It sounds awful.
Oh no, it was a beautiful place.
Did it have oceans?
Oh yes, great wide rolling blue oceans.
Can't bear oceans.
Tell me, do you get on well with other robots?
Hate them. Where are you going?
I think I'll just take a short walk.
Don't blame you.
Good evening. You choose a cold night to visit our dead planet.
Who? Who are you?
My name is not important.
You startled me.
Do not be alarmed. I will not harm you.
But you shot at us. They were missiles.
Merely an automatic system. Ancient computers ranged in the long caves deep in the bowels of the planet tick away the dark millennia, and the ages hang heavy on their dusty databanks. I think they take the occasional pot shot to relieve the monotony. I'm a great fan of science, you know.
Really?
Oh, yes. You seem ill at ease.
Yes. No disrespect, but I gathered you were all dead.
Dead? No, we have but slept.
Slept?
Yes, through the economic recession, you see.
What?
Well, 5 million years ago, the galactic economy collapsed. And saying that custom-built planets are something of a luxury commodity, you see. You know we build planets, by the way.
Well, yes, I'd sort of gathered.
Fascinating trade. Doing the coastlines was always my favourite. Used to have endless fun doing all the little fiddly bits in fjords. So, anyway, the recession came, and so we decided to sleep through it. We just programmed the computers to revive us when it was all over. They were index-linked to the galactic stock market prices, you see, so that we'd be revived when everybody else had rebuilt the economy enough to be able to afford our rather expensive services again.
Isn't that slightly unethical?
Is it? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of touch. Is this robot yours?
No, I'm mine.
If you call it a robot, it's more a sort of electronic sulking machine.
Bring it.
What?
Actually, second thoughts, leave it here.
Bring it. Leave it here. I think I'll just turn myself off.
You must come with me. Great things are afoot. You must come now, or you will be late.
Late? What for?
What is your name, Earthman?
Dent. Arthur Dent.
Late as in the late Dent Arthur Dent. It's a sort of threat, you see. Never been very good at them myself, but I'm told they can be very effective.
All right. Where do we go?
In my aircraft. We're going down deep into the bowels of the planet, where even now our race is being revived from its 5 million year slumber. Magrathea awakes.